Why Hip Hop Doesn't Respect Adin Ross by Luista. Now, the main reason why I honestly, by the way, W creator, man, I love this dude's videos. But the main reason why you always see rappers disrespecting Adin in my eyes is because, like, y'all remember Adin's sus era? Dude, that's all, literally that's how we got big. His sus jokes, like, bro, I'm all for sus jokes. There's a video of this man joking about to suck a rainbow. About to suck a rainbow. You know what I'm saying? At that point, I'm like, all right, the jokes is done for. The jokes is done for. I could never, it could never be that bad for me where I'm trolling and like trying to suck a rainbow. It's a joke. And now we like, y'all never seen the video? Y'all are saying what? He's an easy bag. Y'all never seen the video? Yeah, but obviously, like, you know what I'm saying? Now that Adin's whatever on Kick doing his edgy and stuff, he doesn't do it now, but that's how he got big. So like people, I think that's how like the rappers still see him and how they remember him and stuff. All right, but let's check out the video, man.
Whether you love him or hate him, Adin Ross is easily one of the biggest names in the streaming world today.
That's
and
true.
A big part of that comes down to his power of bringing big name rappers onto his platform while being able to create many viral moments. But more often than not, it seems like rappers just see Adin as a quick fire way for publicity rather than engaging with him out of respect for his success or even him as a person. These days, it's pretty common for Adin to end a stream with a rapper with his ego bruised and sometimes his pockets majorly lightened.
I got some cash for you. You know, it's a good amount of money in here from me to you.
It's
However,
iconic.
if we take a deeper look at the timeline of events that led Adin to this unfortunate—
Nah, these streams, I used to with these streams so much. These ones where he was in this room right here, these were fire.
point, you'll see that he not only had it coming for him, but also how he could have easily prevented these disasters from happening in the first place. Adin Ross's journey as a streamer started out like many others. Born and raised in Boca Raton, Florida, Adin often skipped school just so he could go live, and is even on record saying that he missed his high school prom just to keep engaging with his growing follower base online. After making—
I missed my high school prom without that. I didn't have no social media. I was just like, damn, I'm not going to this. My high school doesn't have prom. I mean, to be fair, my prom was in COVID, around COVID time, right?
a name for himself by playing NBA 2K, everything changed for Adin when LeBron James' son, Bronny, entered his orbit. Suddenly, he got his first taste of using big names to further his brand, but it certainly wouldn't be the last.
I started playing, NBA 2K. You're aware what that is, right? Yes. And I just streamed it. I hadn't averaged that many viewers, few hundred viewers to 1,000 viewers. That's the point where I had become friends with Bronny James, LeBron's son or whatever, right? So, great guy. Like I said, that's like my brother. Like,
what's good, bro?
Bro, Adin is not a rapper. Why are you guys saying he's a rapper?
Yo. Yeah. At that time, I was only making like 2,000-3,000 a month from Twitch.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? But I just had to do it. You had to do it. That's life change.
Shit, that's how much I'm making in a year on Twitch. Damn.
Although he made his name through gaming streams, he quickly transitioned to IRL streams, and soon, he would realize that a big part of what would drive viewership was conflict with anyone, most notably hip-hop stars.
As of right now, bro, like, I've just been having people come to my house, and I've just been having, motherfuckers, like, I'll react to shit, and it's crazy, because now everybody
your paycheck
on Twitch, bro, is reacting to my
I mean, he's worth, like, what, like 50 or $100 million? Like, damn, bro. Hey, listen, you want to give me a $10 million contract? I know you kicked out, like, half of your team. Just send it to me.
Because I've just been going crazy with content lately. Beef with rappers, beef with fucking streamers now. It's crazy, bro. Like, every week is just something new about Adin Ross, and it's just like, wow.
Considering how fast he came up, a lot of people saw him as a testament to what you can achieve if you're focused on obtaining your goals. But from the very moment that he started working with rappers, the stage was already set to turn Adin into a laughingstock. Among the first rappers to ever work with Adin was T Grizzly, an avid gamer himself. The two first met while playing GTA, and eventually he came out to do an in-person stream with Ross. But even though the two were friends, he basically told the whole industry the level of respect he believes he deserves when he pointed a gun at him and threw him into a lake.
T, no! T! No, T, it's actually cold, bro. How am I gonna... Motherfucker. Fucking wrong with him.
But it wasn't always the hip-hop star.
That has to be a skit. See, I could never do that. I don't care if I had, like... I don't care if I had Drake on my stream or something like that, and he told me to do that. I'm not doing that. That's just, like, not worth the embarrassment. But I'm pretty sure... That had to be a skit.
getting the last laugh. Known for his content where he would purposefully
What are you doing, man? What are you doing? See, this is what I was talking about. This is literally what I said in the beginning of the stream. Like, this image of Adin is like what rappers still think of him. They still think of him as this little white kid making like sus jokes.
Act sus just to get a reaction out of guests on stream. There are several people in the industry who experienced this firsthand while Adin was on his rise, such as Migos' producer, DJ Durrell, who was the recipient of a seriously out-of-pocket freestyle from Adin on stream.
I'ma put this white stuff all over Rel's face. Yeah, he's gonna like that shit. Yeah, Rel, you like that dick? When it touches your lip, when it goes in your yeah, poppin' on a beat, pop it on a beat. I'm about to suck his meat, I'm about to beat my meat.
While Durrell was able
this is like prime Adin Ross sus humor. It was just a different time.
To take that in good humor, not everyone was happy to receive those kinds of bars. And soon, Adin would learn a valuable but sometimes dangerous lesson that if he wanted to, he could get under a rapper's skin. As was the case when he met a rapper by the name of Polo G, who didn't take his behavior too lightly. During a live stream in the studio with well-known YouTubers Zayas and B. Lou, along with Chicago's own
He said Zayas.
Polo G, Adin decided to join in on the fun. However, the fun wouldn't last very long. Pretending to be an up-and-coming rapper, since Polo G wasn't aware of who he was at the time, Adin started to spit some bars. But it was clear that Polo wasn't really feeling it and didn't want to go along with the joke.
Yo, I'm in the stew with the deuce. We popping up, we tootin' do.
Oh my god, I remember this.
I just got done sucking on a gun. I mean, wait, I'm f***ing on a gun. I'm about to put a blunt in my mouth. I'm about to go out and take this ticket. Wait.
This clip generated millions of views, and with that, Adin continued to play into the joke on Instagram, which prompted a response from Polo reading, "You a grown-ass man, steady thinking that gay shit is fun."
Damn. That's a disgrace to music. Nah, see, the thing is with like rappers, they got an image to uphold. So obviously he's not about to be like, oh, that shit is like so funny, that like that's so funny or whatever. Like most of us don't care, right? We make sus jokes with our friends. We don't give a f. We don't give a f. But like to a rapper,
funny. Once it was clear that Capalot wasn't going to let it slide, Adin then apologized.
Yo, Polo, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sincerely apologizing to Polo G. Basically, I called Polo fine. He told me to stop playing that shit. I'm sorry, sir.
But rather than accept his apology, Polo continued to take it personal anytime his name was mentioned by Adin, to the point that he fired a direct shot at Ross on the track Toxic from his 2021 album Hall of Fame.
A little white boy from the burbs got the nerve to tell me I ain't going hard enough, like you really ever had it hard enough.
Sensing an opportunity to capitalize on the publicity, Adin tried to squash it again by appealing to Polo's business sense, saying, "I know you're not fucking with me, but if you hopped on my stream, we'd break the internet." Although it didn't happen immediately, he eventually got his way and had Polo join him on his stream.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Polo's not about that shit. He is Capalot. He's all cap, bro. I got no reason.
Hey, what the f you wanna have time about?
Huh? Wait, hold on a second.
I'm just fucking with you.
Oh, okay.
Since then, things have completely calmed down. But where Polo was willing to let bygones be bygones, that hasn't always been the outcome when he's managed to upset other rappers, such as Blueface. After pulling
okay, who cares about upsetting Blueface? Where's Blueface been? Like, what's going on with him and Krishan? Does anybody know? You know, I don't even want to know.
Similarly sus stunts during Blueface's appearances on a stream with DDG, he left as soon as he possibly could.
Let's wrap this up, guys.
All right, well, you want to come on again? You
don't want to know?
Not like that. I didn't mean it like that, bro. If you ever want to come over.
Got stuff to do. Your time. Play with you kids. All right, Diddy.
Blueface was fucking with him at first, but then Adin started being weird and gay. Knowing that both Polo and Blueface were street affiliated and would not tolerate that kind of
I couldn't imagine going up to some dude that's like a Crip or whatever, or like a Blood, and just doing that, like being like, "Hey, yo, can I touch your like as a joke?" I'm expecting I'm dead in the next 5 seconds.
Understand that humor.
Got
You know
it.
what I'm saying? So,
Got it.
So then it's probably a stone cold Crip watching this right now. Man, Cali, this is like gangland. This is where it happens at.
Immediately,
Do it for a
DDG
million?
was praised for trying to help Adin to ultimately help himself stay out of harm's way. DDG was looking out for Adin, he a real one. While in Blueface's case, a recent stream with Neon saw him reiterate that he wasn't any kind of friend of Adin's.
Fuck you, Adin. You know how I feel about you fucking fucker.
This behavior is also evident.
Why do I see all the bro? It's really crazy how like streamers are running shit now. I've seen like 5 or 10 rappers on like Neon streams. Like I swear to you, bro. I saw like why was Neon at the Vultures listening event? Like we're talking about Kanye, bro. We're talking about Ye. Why was he there? I saw at least 5 to 10 rappers like on Neon's run on his stream. I'm like, what is going on, man? Dude, are those contracts not good? Are labels not paying y'all? Who the F hangs out with Neon? I mean, they're definitely there for the exposure. That's it.
In the numerous streams he's participated in with Adin, where he's seen constantly disrespecting him.
200,000. That's the first time I ever passed 200K.
Damn. Best I can do is, Miles. That's valid.
All right, Chad, I got reservations tonight at actually I'm not gonna say where.
What the fuck? We gonna go and...
I can't be late to reservations.
This went on to the extent that even his own fans started to call him out in the comments, urging him to change his approach. But while he never seemed in real
No, I couldn't let somebody do that to me, like little guy me like that. But I'm pretty sure he's just trolling. Like he plays into it, or he was playing into it.
jeopardy while streaming with Blueface, the same can't necessarily be said when he was live with the self-proclaimed top shotta, Eneli Choppa. And this time, it would be a fellow streamer who saved him from making a potentially fateful mistake. Although Adin has insisted that they are genuinely friends, Eneli Choppa seemed to be willing to throw Ross under the bus during one of his streams. When Choppa's entourage began to exchange handshakes, Adin wanted to be involved. As a result, they offered him a special one. But as Choppa is a member of the Grape Street Crips, Speed knew this wasn't the sort of invitation Ross should accept.
Nah, you gotta do one of these right here.
Detroit, bro.
Oh, that looks so cool. No.
I love how Speed knew it already. Like, imagine if Adin did that shit and then he just ended up getting like, oh my god, that would have been bad.
If you're wondering,
I wouldn't even have known that. Yo, am I not a thug? Am I not around enough thugs? I swear I would have done it. I swear I would have done it. He would be like, yeah, bro, come do it. I would have done it.
Down, let me explain. The handshake Eneli did with the other guy, not Adin, is strictly meant for Crips. If you do the handshake and you're not in that gang,
everyone in
you're
NMG
immediately
would have
jumped
done
for
it.
not being an official gang member. Although he's appeared on Adin's channels since without much incident, it's clear that because there's such a culture of disrespecting Adin among the hip-hop world, Choppa didn't see an issue with genuinely endangering him. But this is something that Adin is aware of, as when it comes to real
realistically, nothing would have happened, right?
in the industry, he only cites a couple as anything more than business associates.
I met Uzi
listening to
through
Beethoven
Ray.
and
Ray's always
shit.
been there for me, introduced me to people that, you know, that I've always looked up to. I met Shaq through Ray. Ray told Shaq about me. Shaq hit me. We talked like for like an hour the first time we FaceTime. I got him into my GTA world, the SSB world. And from then on, and we've just been really good friends.
This is my boy Adin Ross.
I don't really kick it with a lot of these rappers off, you know, camera, so he's one of them for sure.
Aside from these two, another man that Adin felt like he had a genuine bond with was Tory Lanez. After a legendary stream where Tory arguably produced the best freestyle that's ever been on a stream, they stayed in touch.
I am extremely close with Tory.
Dude, that video has
like,
10
it's
million
crazy,
views.
bro. When I was getting swatted and all these crazy shit was happening to me,
Shaq
like,
need to drop an album. I don't think anybody's worried about a Shaq West album.
Tory would literally text me every time it happened, like, yo, you good? Like, get out of LA, like, come to Miami, pull up on me, like, just shit like that, bro. Like, he's just genuine as fuck. Like, whatever topic, like, I would spend hours on the phone with him, like, he just genuinely fuck with me.
Notice how he says that Tory genuinely messed with him? Well, that's because this isn't usually the case for Adin when he brings rappers on his streams. And over time, he continued to learn this the hard way. But this means that when someone really goes above that transactional
This is a peak
relationship,
stream.
Adin will ride hard for them. So much so that when Tory Lanez was sentenced to 10 years for the shooting of Megan Thee Stallion, Adin ignored what he thought was potential legal repercussions to talk about his sentencing.
How do you find someone guilty on 3 charges if there's no valid evidence? I'm just curious, what is the evidence they're basing it off of? That's all. I'm asking you guys. DNA, the DNA test failed.
Although this was admirable, Adin's tendency to speak his mind has become part of the problem when it comes to engaging with rappers. Because when he thought he caught one rapper in particular liking his then girlfriend at the time, Pammy Baby's photo on Instagram, talking about it on stream got him promptly put in his place. If you know anything about NBA YoungBoy, you'll know that he doesn't take kindly to anyone playing with his name. So when Adin said that YoungBoy was sliding into his girl's DMs after he went live with YB's baby mama, Janaea.
Why would YoungBoy out of all people slide into like Pammy's DMs? Bro, his type is definitely not Pammy. Like, this is the exact opposite of his type. This is not gonna be a thug like YoungBoy. This is not gonna be his type.
Michelle, it didn't take long for Top to clap back with a snippet of music where he dissed and threatened Adin in the process. Immediately, Adin knew that he overstepped the line, to the point that he even offered to rep YoungBoy's 4KT gang just to be given a pass.
So look, man, I'm gonna just let you know I'm not on any type of gang violence shit at all. No, I own no weapon machinery. I have no sorts of, gang blood in me. I just wanted to get that out there. I'm just a streamer.
Yeah, can I make a message like this real quick? Let me just make a message. I, Tommy NFG, am not on no gang violence. I'm not associated with the Blood or Crips. I'm not a thug. I grew up suburban. All the black kids around me, all the thugs just said I talked white. They said I was a full-on loser. Yeah, I just had to put that out there.
You know what I'm saying? I don't really claim any of that.
Capable of putting himself in jeopardy with anything he might say, Adin has only grown more volatile and controversial when he began to align himself with the Tate brothers, as well as platforming right-wing figures such as Nick Fuentes. Now that he has been permanently banned on Twitch and is free to speak his mind without any consequences on Kick, that same boldness which got him in trouble with YoungBoy is also what caused some rappers, even those he counts as friends, to keep their distance from him. Because when it comes to the mainstream media, Adin's rep is not a positive one. And this is a harsh truth that his
put an emphasis on that.
Manager infamously delivered to him on one of his streams.
How about you get me some guests, bro? Like, where's Drake's stream? Where's Future's stream? Where's Uzi's stream? Where's Travis' stream? Get me some people on my stream, bro.
Yeah, I would be getting you guests if they all weren't afraid to be seen with you. Your reputation is just so toxic. Like, no one wants to be anywhere near you. Like, Drake is literally streaming with a guy on here who averages 4,000 fucking viewers rather than getting on your shit. It's really sad.
Wait, so it's because of a brand risk?
Duh. Oh yeah, they don't want to be associated.
I can't tell if he's joking when he says this or not though. The thing is, bro, whatever whatever Adin likes to do with his community, if they want to be edgy, I literally don't give a right? But they just gotta realize him, Sneeko, who else, all the other people, it's not everybody can afford to do what they're doing. You can't just sit there saying the wildest shit in front of everybody, because in reality, most creators, they gotta worry about that shit. He doesn't have to worry about it, so he can do whatever he wants. But most creators, bro, they gotta worry about that shit. They can't just be saying anything or whatever on screen.
With a guy that having Nazis on his stream. You're very closely affiliated with Andrew Tate, so a lot of people are afraid of that.
Even though Adin has turned into somewhat of a controversial figure, one of his most craziest conflicts with a star on a level of Drake or Travis Scott occurred when the artist was being shunned for his own controversial comments. Back when he was still planning to run for president in 2024, Kanye West was on a press run that took him to places like Lex Fridman and even Alex Jones's show.
Do you think his beliefs help him? Whose beliefs? Adin's? I mean, now, shit, he's made more money than ever.
His appearances were highly controversial, especially since
made more money than ever.
Engaging in the kind of intense rants he's famously known for doing. But this one may have been his craziest, as Kanye decided to voice his hatred for Jewish people and his love for anti-Semitism. So when Nick Fuentes, who was working with the Ye campaign and is known as a far-right white supremacist, rumored that Adin was about to have Kanye West on one of his streams, the internet went wild, specifically because of Adin's Jewish heritage and the fact he literally said he would do so just to...
If this stream went on, you know how wild this stream would be? I need this stream to happen. I need to see how this stream goes. The Kim Jong-un stream? No, the fact that people believe that shit. I really saw kids on TikTok talking about, oh my god, Adin Ross really didn't bring Kim Jong-un on stream? How old are you? In reality, they're 12 years old. Wait, can I make an announcement now then? Alright guys, I didn't want to make this announcement, but I will be having, y'all know how Drake and Kanye have their beef? I'll be having Drake and Kanye on my stream tomorrow. I'll be having Drake and Kanye on my stream tomorrow, okay? They will be amending their beef in a Discord call, in the NFG Discord, all right? It's real. It's real. I swear to you, it's real. It's real. It's happening. It's happening, you know. Man, me and Aubrey been tapped in for a while. Me and Ye have been tapped in for a while. You know, that's my GOAT, greatest artist of all time, most influential artist of all time. So just be prepared, guys. It's happening tomorrow, okay?
Revive his career.
It's Kanye, okay? He will revive my career. He will save the drought. He will save the falling offness. He will save it, okay?
Receiving comments such as,
Admin
isn't
Ross
he
on
Jewish?
stream while-
And Adin Ross is
Yeah,
such
somebody
an L,
else on
LOL.
stream?
We had a rare instance where Adin actually put his principles first before a high-performing stream as a result of the backlash he received.
Come on my stream, we're gonna do crazy numbers, bro. At least anywhere from 400 to 500,000 live viewers for sure. We're breaking the internet. I was texting Kanye throughout the day, regular combos and stuff, and I said something that
I remember there were not on
enemy.
speed
He called me
streams.
up and he
People dead ass
basically just
believe
said, like,
everything.
you know, you Jews aren't gonna tell me what I can and can't say, and you know, like, are we cool? And I was like, yeah, we cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just he's like, I don't want you to be my enemy. And then yeah, that was it. And then I was like, all right. And he was like, love, brother. I haven't heard from him since, and you know, we haven't talked since.
Prevented from streaming with many of the biggest stars due to his tarnished reputation in the mainstream, and missing out on what could have been a record-setting appearance from Kanye, Adin needed to find a new strategy to entice rappers into collaborating with him. While both parties used to gain from these interactions, it now appears that the balance has shifted in favor of the artists. They are the ones who are making a lot of money just for agreeing to sit down with him. And unfortunately for Adin, he can't buy their respect as part of the deal. At the beginning of 2024, Adin Ross had two pretty big controversies involving major stars in hip-hop. And in both of these instances, it was made clear that while rappers might tolerate him for the cash, most of them don't see him anything more than an ATM. Meanwhile, some of the more experienced
I'm really thinking of it, like, what rappers sit there and like watch streams? I'm trying to think of it, because I couldn't imagine somebody like, maybe Drake more now. Like 21 Savage is not watching streams. Let's be real. 21 Savage is not watching streams. But maybe Drake, because Drake is always tapped in on everything, and like he literally started streaming. Yeah, I highly doubt it. So I wouldn't be surprised that they're just like, they don't care about Adin. That's the thing. Lil Nas X, I highly doubt that.
Figures in the industry don't think Adin should
Soulja
have
Boy,
a
maybe
place in the
Soulja Boy,
scene
Soulja
at
Boy,
all.
yeah.
First up, there was 21 Savage's appearance on the stream where they had a very headline-grabbing dice game. After 21 kept pulling face cards and making tons of money off Adin, people started to get suspicious, and soon it was revealed that the cards had been marked.
See, I would have never known. I didn't even know what this marking cards things is until like I searched it up. I would have got tricked here.
Look at the little scratches on the.
I don't think you would do that, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, they're scratched, bro.
You tripping? I don't see what you talking about.
Nah, yeah. See that mark right there? I'm not tripping, bro.
No, it was just pure silence. It's so awkward after this.
Who the fuck brought them cards?
Considering that it seems like 21 just tried to scam Adin in front of not only his face, but also to the thousands of viewers watching, it shows how little concern the rap community has when it comes to messing with Adin. And by the looks of it, everyone can see it but Adin himself.
Then there's Adin, who honestly seems sad and desperate in the situation, given that he's doing everything and just bending over backwards desperately for 21 Savage's validation and time, because Adin has no way of being cool and interesting on his own. So he has to use his money and his audience in order to pull dudes like 21 in. And then on top of all of that, he doesn't even have enough respect for you to not lie to your face and, I don't know, try to steal from you. Which, like, why are you seeking a man's attention and validation who would do that to you anyway?
As if the 21 Savage incident alone...
God damn, bro. Anthony Fantano be roasting the motherfucker. Anthony Fantano, like, bro, it's just like, all I see from Anthony Fantano is hate. I don't think I ever see anything positive.
Wasn't enough to illustrate how the rap world views him at this point. It turned out that 21 just laid the groundwork for Playboi Carti to pull off the heist of the century. Shortly before the Grammys, Adin Ross revealed that he would be having the elusive Atlanta rapper on his stream. Considering how big and devoted Carti's fan base is, this must have seemed like a huge win for Adin. But it came at a hefty price that he probably...
I'm so mad. I'm still mad to this day. I stayed up. I think I streamed this day. And then after that, after stream, I stayed up after my stream. I remember it was after my stream for this. I'm up until like almost 4 a.m. to watch this shit. Worst decision of my life.
Thought was worth the investment at the time. After a fan page said that Carti would be getting $50K to appear on Adin's stream, Ross didn't hesitate to correct them, saying that he actually paid Carti $2 million in cash and a Rari to go along with it. But as Adin was about
$2 million is a lot, even for Carti. Like for a performance, y'all realize how insane an amount that is? For a performance, like, I think Travis Scott's like rates now is $1 million per show. $1 million per show. Show. We're talking about show, massive show. This is a stream.
To learn, Carti would only wait around long enough to get the bag and dipped.
Bro, I was so mad when I was watching this too, because I know, like, Adin gave him the money basically immediately, and I was like, what are you doing? Why didn't you just wait? Like, he didn't even say anything. He was just like sitting, like, whatever, like vibing out to his music and shit, and then he gave him the money after that.
The perception of Ross as the easiest lick in the game.
I got some cash for you. Yeah, a little gift from me to you. It's a lot amount of money, dear. I got you, bro. From me to you. Yeah, I got you, bro.
Use money as a combo starter.
Once again, thank you for everything, and I love you. You know, I wouldn't be here without anybody, so thank you again. Adin Ross, thank you.
I got you, bro. Yeah. Damn, bro, like, it's just crazy you're actually here. I really appreciate it. I honestly didn't think it was gonna happen, bro.
Thank you so much. Back to the studio. 2024 music.
You leave right now? Yeah. All right, well, let me mute real quick.
Carti stands. How much abuse can you guys take?
After Carti left abruptly, Ross was understandably aggravated at the sacrifices he made, only for the stream to be basically a robbery.
I have real life family shit going on. I flew to Miami for one day, flew right back here.
Bro, tries to be
all day because I
mysterious.
was tired and jet lagged. Woke up, worked out, came here, sat here for 6 hours, streamed for an hour and a half. He was here, he leaves. Someone's gotta, I'm not gonna say who, someone's gotta call him and convince him to come back. He comes, listens to two songs, says 2 things, and leaves. Come on, bro. It's not just my fan base, it's his own fan base in here. Don't agree to something on the phone if you can't stick to it. It's not rocket science, bro.
Although he was understandably ticked off, a lot of people had a little sympathy for him, as if he was thinking rationally rather than just trying to break records, he would have known that Carti wouldn't have sat with him on stream in the way that a rapper like NLE Choppa or Sheck West would have. Adin Ross did it to him.
Yeah, but like even this, bro, it was a lose-lose for him, because let's say Carti sat there, whatever, gave up his mysterious look, and he started talking to him like a normal person, regular human being, not the love y'all. Music, not that Carti. Then his shit would have went away, bro. All of his aura would have been gone. But now, because of this, it didn't matter either way, because the opposite was doing this, and his aura's just gone.
Himself. Anyone who has the slightest idea about Carti,
Just assume Carti never dropping ever again, because I'm not trying to get my hopes up. 2024 music, or isn't that what his album called? Whatever. It's gonna come out in like 4 years.
would have seen this coming. The latest in a
Seriously,
long
thought
line
it
of
so lame,
disrespectful
bro,
interactions with rappers, what happened with Carti would be enough to deter most people from ever wanting to deal with the hip-hop world ever again. Instead, Ross has doubled down and has now even started a war with Joe Budden. After Joe took issue with how Kai Cenat reacted to Killer Mike's Grammy win unfavorably, Ross went to bat for his fellow streamer.
Man, Joe Budden, every single time that I see you or a clip of you, it's just on some hating shit, bro. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't know what you do. I can't even name one Joe Budden song respectfully. I know you.
Nah, Joe Budden is annoying. Joe Budden is annoying.
Rap. I'm gonna just be the honest as shit, bro. Like, you're one of these old that just hate. Why can't you be more like Rick Ross or Snoop Dogg, the OGs that are cool as fuck and just like respect and show?
Somebody said Joe Biden. Joe Budden be beefing with the most random. Joe Budden just gets mad. He's literally the definition of an old salty fucking rap fan that's like, oh my god, all you new kids just listen to mumble rap, listening to Lil Uzi, Travis Scott. Come on, man. If you can't adjust with the times, then just hang it up.
Flowers and appreciation towards all the young motherfuckers and shit. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You have no room to talk, no room to speak. You know what I'm saying? Lay your opinions about me and Kai to ourselves. Me and Kai are 10 times more richer than you and you will ever be, old man. We're
beefing
more
with Drake, Eminem, Adin, Kai,
To the surprise
Carti,
of no one who's
beefing
familiar
with everyone
with
for no
Budden,
reason.
this wasn't going to be something he'd let go unpunished. And on the next episode of his podcast, he put
I just wonder who is watching this. It has to be old heads.
Adin on blast.
It come out mean when I say it, but there's a lot of people involved in culture that know absolutely nothing about culture. But today, because of tech, they're integral parts in the conversation, in the song making, and just the artists, what the artist can and cannot do. And it's like, who the fuck are you? Where did you come from?
It also
like,
opens the
there's
doors.
no world for me, the hip hop I'm coming from. There's no
MFs who
world
watch
where
Joe Rogan,
me
watch
and
Joe
Adin
Budden.
Ross need to talk about something.
Nah, bro, Joe Rogan is way better than fucking Joe Budden. It's not even close.
Who the fuck are you? Where did you just pop up from?
In his comments, Joe is basically saying that Adin's relationship with rappers are more about money than genuine merit. And given how most of these rappers treat him, it's difficult to argue against Joe's observation. However, Adin took cues from Drake and pointed to Budden's own failings, rather than address the potential validity of what he was saying.
Why bring me up and then now that I say something about you, why, you know what I mean? Like, it makes no sense. How does that make any sense? Y'all are putting the cap while y'all are laughing, but think about it, bro. Why are you bringing me up? I respond, and now you're saying there's no reason for him and I to be in a conversation. What do you want to gain out of it? You want to gain something out of it, clearly. Is your podcast doing that bad? Your numbers are that bad? You need me to react to it? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out the motive. What do you want out of this, bro? Damn, nothing just works out for you, bro. Your rap career failed. Your podcast is clearly failing.
Although people like Joe and Fantano are not obviously coming from a place of love with Adin, it's telling that even someone like Academics, who counts Adin as a friend, is discussing the careless way that rappers treat him directly to his face. And in Ac's opinion, it's not because they see him as a peer or a friend. All they see is the dollar signs that come from Adin being so desperate to work with them.
I mean, that is true. It's true, bro. You know they're not making anything from the rap, their label. They're not making nothing from their label. And they see this kid with like $50 million from like a gambling deal. And they're offering him like 300K or offering them like 300K to be on a stream for like an hour. Hell yeah, I'm taking that.
I had to explain this to Adin. I said, yo, Adin,
just
you
ATM.
used to call me for access to all these rap dudes. Bro, they fuck with Kai like Kaz. They fuck with you because you're a bag. Like, just to be clear, they fuck with Kai because he's a... You got popular for gay jokes and shit. Like, that's was his thing. That was whatever.
A new bill just passed making Spotify have to pay 1 cent per stream to artists. Are you serious? 1 cent? Damn, they're about to go bankrupt. I mean, that's what people should be getting. 1 stream? Like, that's nothing. 1 stream? They're about to go bankrupt, man. They're about to fight it.
Whatever. Not popular.
They're gonna try to make it as low as possible.
But like, that was how people knew in the rap community. Was really not trying to do content with you, especially these rappers. But once they see you're the bag, yeah, they'll do content with you for the bag, but they're not giving you the respect that they give Kai.
It's fair to say that Adin is stuck at a crossroad, as if he keeps working with rappers, the artists that would have gone before him have made it clear that there's no need to nurture the relationship because Adin will grin and take it. In the case of 21 and Playboi Carti, they've both been invited to reappear after finessing him with different degrees of success. But at the same time, so much of his brand has now been built on these semi-regular guest appearances from MCs that without them, he may lose some of his market share. At the end of the day, it seems like Adin has to ask himself whether it's better to have the most high-profile streams he can, even if it comes at the expense of his self-respect, or if he'd rather do smaller numbers but maybe escape with his dignity intact. Because after years of mocking him in a less harmful way, rappers are exploiting Adin in a manner that isn't really a good look for him.
A W video, man. I love this channel. Yeah, that was a good video. Overall, yeah, bro. I think actually Academic said it right. Like, they Kai because he's a nigga and they want Adin because he's a bag. That's probably how it's gonna be like the whole time. It's probably how it's gonna be the whole time. Rap barely even accepts like Eminem. Well, okay, no, they accept Eminem, but like, yeah, that's really how it's gonna be. But yeah, if you're watching this on the tube, join the Discord.